So there's damage to your shower, or there's damage to your toilet cistern, or your stove top, or your granite top, or your flooring for that matter. But you don't know what happened. It's just damaged. Okay, that scenario presents the insurer and us, but more particularly the insurer, with some difficulty in admitting your claim. Let me explain. Okay, so under the older perils-based policies, you would obviously have defined events. So if you don't know what's happened, well, then you're not claiming against any defined event. Now, with the all risk type of policies, arguably you've got damage, so you can claim. But remember, with an all risk type policy, actually it's full of exclusions. Wear and tear is excluded. Something that happens over time is excluded. Defective product or defective workmanship is also excluded. And if something just breaks, one may assume that it wasn't something that caused it, therefore it's wear and tear, or it's, hasn't been put in properly. So I think it's fair to say that the insurance company need you to explain what happened and what the cause was. Okay, so just understand that. If you are claiming, we need to submit what happened and what the cause was to show that it happened suddenly and unforeseenly, and it wasn't as a result of couple of the exclusions, such as wear and tear or poor workmanship. I think a lot of owners and tenants are scared when they have an accident because they feel at fault, and therefore maybe somebody's going to blame them or claim back from them. Now, that could be the case under certain circumstances. But let me explain. The principle of accidental damages cover is to protect the owner against the accidental damage that might be caused. For example, if you fall in the shower, and it's happened to me, and you slip and you fall over against, you lose your balance, slippery, and you fall against the glass doors, glass doors collapse, and they even cause damage to maybe some of your ceramics in the bathroom. That would be accidental damages, which you can claim for, subject to the excess, of course, but there would be a claimable event, accidental damage. Now, likewise, if you fall over and you bump over the toilet cistern, or you do something silly and you drop something on something and it causes damages, you have grounds for an accidental damages claim in most instances. Now, what we also understand is that whilst you may have cover and there may be an excess, we do understand that tenants might feel, I don't want to admit that because you know what? I might then have to pay the excess out of the deposit, or it may be billed to me next month. So sometimes there is a reluctance to admit that they made an accidental error. Okay, so there is a little bit of awkwardity around it, usually when there's tenants involved. The other awkwardity sometimes arises when something naughty was happening. For example, we once had a situation where the parents had gone away for the weekend and the children threw a nice big party and some damages were caused. And of course, suddenly nobody knew what happened. So that was the one instance. And then, of course, um, you know, people party and they drink too much and they maybe smoke too much or something in their homes, and they may stumble or they may fall when they've not fully au fait with their senses, and maybe something gets damaged. And you know what? Accidental damage, you're covered. So just bear that in mind. Rather tell the truth, submit your claim, say what happened, and let the insurance company deal with the claim for you. Okay, so that's the important thing. Summary: no event, no claim. Because you know Nothing happened. Therefore, it must have been put there in a defective way. Okay, so claim with a good reason. Please don't forget, please like these videos, share them, and subscribe.